Robert A. Heinlein said, "Once you get to Earth orbit, you're halfway to anywhere in the solar system." In theory, that's right. But here's another reason why you shouldn't develop big rockets using agile iterative development approaches. It means you don't know if you can hit your specs. Here's a prediction about that. The design of Starship will need to be revised in fundamental ways. By fundamental, I mean the size, the materials used in construction, the number of stages, what's reusable, where control surfaces are positioned, etc. All of that is in play. Some of it will need to change, and some of that change is big enough to challenge the viability of the project. Almost every time some challenge is encountered that requires significant design change, like hot staging, for example, it adds weight to Starship. A good bet would be that revisions to the Starship heat shield will also add weight. All of that weight takes away from Starship payload capacity. By the time we get to launching Starship with an actual payload, I predict it will struggle to have a payload capacity less than half what was originally specified. Now the Elon stans will drop into my comments and tell me that it doesn't matter because I don't know how cheap Starship can be. Neither does anyone know how cheap Starship can be, but destroying 39 Raptor engines for every test flight means that the development of Starship can't be cheap at all until it achieves the safe return of a booster and Starship. The total cost in time and money is unknowable because nobody can tell you how many iterations each problem takes to solve. Starship is the way it is because the highest design priority is to be fully and rapidly reusable. A simple way to be reusable is to have a booster that separates from an upper stage relatively quickly. That makes it easier to fly the booster back to where it lifted off. That means a lot of weight and complexity shift to the Starship's second stage. That, in turn, means Starship needs lots of fuel, and that makes refueling in orbit a big job, requiring many launches of Starship rockets configured as tankers. Each tanker load of fuel costs the price of a Starship low Earth orbit launch, and that is why just one unknown factor, the number of launches needed to refuel, could by itself make Starship unfeasible.